Yo, what is up, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking to you about a couple of questions I've been getting. We have the War Within coming in 7 days. 1 week till the new expansion pre-release hits, and with that comes a lot of changes, especially with gearing and a couple other like schedule things. So I'm going to do my best to answer the questions, and the main questions being, what do I do for now till pre-release? What do I do during pre-release till global release? And then what do I do after that? Like, what do I need to focus on? And we're going to start with what you can do now and go as best as I can through it. If I don't cover something or you have a question about something, the comment section is below. You can always come to my chat at twitch.tv/wiztech and just talk to me about things. But yeah, let's start with now. As you can see, I have a freshly leveled character right here. This character just hit 70. This is what I've been doing. And from now until pre-release, this is really all you can do. There's is leveling and gearing and just being as geared as you can to make things go a little bit quicker. So number one is, how do I level? People have been asking me, actually, how do I level so quickly? Because I leveled 3 characters in 2 days, and I only really played for like 3 or 4 hours each day. And I'm going to tell you 2 ways. One is Remix, Miss Pandora Remix. If you like Miss Pandora, you want to experience it, see the whole new remix system, is actually kind of fun. You can do that, level pretty quickly. There's a whole other video I did on that system as well, on how to level fast through Remix. That's how you can do it, but the problem is you're only going to be 463, and you can't access those characters on retail until the 19th, which is why I'm going to be recommending option 2 for people who are trying to gear up these alts as they level them, which is Radiant Echoes. Radiant Echoes is a pre-patch event involving 3 zones in which there is a bunch of bonus objectives on the map. You fly around, you clear them, and if you're between the levels of 10 and 70, you get XP. You can't really get to this event unless you are level 10, because you need to be able to get into the Broken Isles Dalaran. But we'll get to that right now. The first thing you want to do, like I said, is just fly around. Bonus objectives. The biggest thing is about tagging mobs. A lot of people like to AFK. I think that's super slow, because every time you tag a mini boss in these bonus objectives, you get like a third of the XP you would have gotten from the full clear, and the full clear as well for the bonus objective. So just flying around to these zones over and over and over and over and over is best way to do it. And what happens when you hit 0% is a world mob will spawn. There's 3 of them, 1 for each zone: Lich King, Onyxia, and Ragnaros. You tag them, and it's the same thing. You get the XP for the clear plus the kill, which is usually like a third of the total XP. And doesn't matter what level you are, you'll get a chest off of the world boss, as I'll put them. That'll give you a 493 piece, right? Now, when you get to max item level, you'll notice that I have this currency right here, residual memories. You'll have enough if you just do this from 10 to 70 to buy a full set of 480 gear that is upgradable and catalystable. So you can have 4-piece plus weapons plus trinkets plus gear that can go up to 515 for the champion piece that you get. And then after this, you're geared enough, you could just go do LFR and get your awakened pieces, and then go do Mythic Plus. This system is probably the best one right now. It did suck when it first came out, but now it's a lot better, and I'm actually kind of enjoying using it to level. So that's what you can do up till pre-patch. Level and gear. And I don't recommend, trying to get something to 528. You don't really need to do that. Well, that gear's going to get replaced halfway through questing. Just get something geared enough, like 500 or higher, good enough, so that way you're getting through mobs quickly. You're not getting hung up on things. You don't have to find groups for your random quests that involve 3 people, quote unquote. Just focus on getting geared and prepped. When pre-patch comes out, that's going to be a whole nother subject. So let me bring this up for you all. We got a whole calendar from early access to official launch, to the first weekly reset, which is the day after official launch, to season 1, to week 1, to week 2, and then week 3, right? We're going to start with early access right now, because this is the main one that people are very, very confused on. So week 1 or early access, do your quest line, pick your main, get through it. If you're one of those people who likes lore, I would honestly say take your time. The reason is because you do not need to rush to get to max level this expansion, because there's not even heroic dungeons available during early access. As far as I understand, you cannot queue for heroic dungeons. You might, and this is a big might, be able to walk in with a group and do heroic. But from what I understand, based off this calendar, you cannot do heroics until the official launch on August 26th. Okay? What you can do is delves tiers 1, 2, and 3, which is a good way to gear. That's probably going to be one of the main ways people gear during the first few weeks of this launch. You can do normal dungeons, and you can mess with the new allied race and then MSQ. And then you can also level your professions, which is what I'm going to probably do. I'm going to choose like 6 or 7 characters that I have set up for professions specifically. And I'm going to focus on getting all of those up so I can start leveling the professions and be ready for when launch hits, so I can help like my guild and stuff, because we're trying to actually do splits and have things prepped and go from there. So there's a whole other side of that. If you're a professions person, level those alts. These first few early access days are actually good for that. When that official launch hits, get your heroic dungeons done. Like you wanna have that vault chance, right? You want to get 8 heroic dungeons plus, I believe it's 12 delves, and that will be 6 total chances at loot for your vaults. Don't quote me on that, because I believe it's 12, but it may be lower or it may be more. But delves are the new thing that is replacing PvP, as far as I know, for your vault. First weekly reset is the day after official launch, is when profession weeklies, world quests, and weekly quests are available. So during those first initial 4 days, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th, I guess it's 5 days, you're not even going to be able to do world quests. So like I said, just focus on leveling things. Just level. Do some normal dungeons to get them some gear, and then focus on heroic. Now, the big thing about heroic dungeons is they're not even going to be the max item level they can be, from what I understand. They're actually a nerfed version until 2 weeks later, when Season 1, Week 1 begins. September 10th for US, 11th for EU. Delves tier 4 and higher. You're going to be wanting to try to spam 8s, I believe, is the max item level, which is 606 gear. I believe the bountiful one is 606, but the regular ones are like 580 something. I'm not 100%. It's a new system. They're changing it all the time. It used to be really bad, then it became really good, then they kind of nerfed it a little bit and changed it. So that's just a system we're going to have to do. Either way, you want to do 12 of them, like I said. I believe it's 12. The seasonal dungeons will also release. We'll have the item level increase on heroic dungeons. So that right there tells you that heroic dungeons are going to go from one item level to another when Season 1 drops, to compensate, I believe, for the Mythic Plus scaling that happens the week after. So, but we also get Mythic 0. So Mythic 0 will open during that week. You're going to want to do all 8 of your Mythic Zeros, the World Boss, and then Normal and Heroic Raid. LFR also releases for the casual people. LFR Wing 1 releases. It also releases the week after for Wing 2 and the week after for Wing 3. So you're going to have 3 wings of LFR out after 3 weeks. So it's pretty nice on that front. And then Season 1, Week 2, that's when the grind begins. All my people out there, Mythic Plus and Mythic Raid. And then something called the Story difficulty for End of Raid. I'm assuming it's just kind of like an easy story mode with a bunch of RP type of End of Raid. So, but yeah, that's what you can do now, all the way to the launch of World of Warcraft. The War Within. So I'm trying to think off the top of my head. There's nothing really big in terms of like reputation grinds, from what I understand. We've been looking into it. We may find something on launch that just wasn't there during beta, but it's just mainly, okay, what professions do you have? What do you want to focus on? Find if any reps has something like that, and then you can focus on those, but you won't be able to really work on them until the first weekly reset anyways. because you'll have World Quests, Weekly Quests, and Profession Weeklies coming out there. So it really depends. This expansion is kind of trying to cater to both the casual and the hardcore, which is something it's really lacked on for a very long time. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you all enjoy it, and we'll see you in the war within. You guys have any questions? Once again, leave a comment below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, if you have any suggestions on any more videos you want to see, you can leave that in the comments below as well. Have a good one, y'all. Peace out.